Okay. Let's get our Doki Doki on. Alright. Let's do this. Fun. The game. Right. Good to have that. Okay, so. Hello, everybody. Welcome back, attractive and well-educated watchers, to PhilosoShy's game channel and a brand new series, Doki Doki Literature Club, here on PhilosoShy's game channel. As it says, this game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. This game is Doki Doki Literature Club. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. For content warnings, please look at that. By playing, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content, and by continuing to watch this video, you acknowledge that we are probably going to swear. Possibly a lot? We don't know, we haven't decided yet. But all things considered, this is psychological horror, so swearing is perfectly allowed. Okay. This game's not. So, are we gonna hit a... Okay, we are gonna hit a menu. Good. Okay, that's what we were really hoping for. Alright. So, everybody, we're gonna have a little story before we do Doki Doki Literature Club. So, you may or may not know, but we're kind of a big anime fan. We've been a big Japanese culture and anime fan for a long time. Like, we've been wanting to learn Japanese since when we were in single-digit numbers of age. And presently, our niece is learning Japanese for a school project, and we are helping tutor and learn Japanese with her, including but not limited to all of the brush strokes and things like that. So, in stark contrast, Erik, who you've heard on some previous games like Deep Rock Galactic and Mountain Blade Warband, Erik has, he started playing this game. Now, he's not huge into anime. He likes some anime, but anime's not, like, his thing. And we wouldn't have thought that he would want to play this game, but he comes to us as of recording this video like a week ago, and he's like, Shy, you need to play Doki Doki Literature Club now! You need to play it and you need to record it. And we're like, whoa. Okay, Erik, well, slow down. Let's talk about this. And he's like, no, you are playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and that's all there is to it. And we're like, oh, we mean if an anime game of all things that looks like this got you into it, we mean we're gonna, okay, sure, consider us interested. And he's like, the programming is amazing on it. And we're like, okay. And he's like, you need to keep a window open in the background. And we're like, maybe? After long thought, we've been like, no, we're not gonna do that. But yeah, no, this is a psychological, adorable anime school horror game thing? We don't know. We've never played this game. He didn't spoil any of it for us. We're already liking Bookish Girl back here, but we have this feeling she will kill us. We mean... Okay, once again, content warnings out of the way, like super content warnings out of the way. This will be scarring for people. We don't know what it is, but we've been alerted to tell everybody that this is not an okay game. So, like, it's horror. And we don't do horror generally, as everybody knows, so I mean, we're not scared of it most of the time, but we don't like, that's not really our thing, so expect some unexpected things for our channel. Yeah, so without further ado, remember to head on over, click the like, subscribe, do all the supporty things, hit up our description, check out our Patreon, consider pledging even just $1 a month to help support not just the channel, but our World Anvil, where we write fiction and all manner of other places. Maybe even consider checking out our merch store, link in the description. And, let's go. Enter our name. Not JT. Our name is PhilosoShy. Alright, bam. Now we can just throw ourselves in there. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the— oh, this is a visual novel too. Waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to anything she might draw to herself. This girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh, she's kind of cute. Sure, okay. Adorable girl. Adorable next-door neighbor girl. Ha, I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You're saying it like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, PhilosoShy. That is a little mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Okay, that is very weird. Or very mean. Fine, but you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, PhilosoShy, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? Alright, some schools in Japan actually require you to have clubs. I'm not interested in any clubs, I haven't been looking either. That's not true, you told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Oh man, this is super realistic. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we're rolling through here. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Okay, this guy's... So obviously, this is just PhilosoShy the person in this game. Like, okay, yeah, sure, games and anime. I was talking about how I worried you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET that's never employed, educated, or trained, we think. Pardon. In a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if that makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary never, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at the wall and look for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Indeed, Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. That's what we're talking about. Hello? Oh. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. Look around, realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Yay! There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh, if we right-click, we can get the whole entire thing. Okay. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Okay. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member. Oh, okay. Alright, no, sure, volunteering us. And Natsuki made pancakes and everything. Or cupcakes and everything. Pancakes, sorry. Clearly you can tell what our mind's on. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine. I'll stop for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. That's how those clubs in high school get ya. It's the cupcakes. You'd sell your soul for a cupcake. And thus, today marks the day. I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly followed Sayori across the... Sorry, we just can't. We're trying to read it all dramatically, like, sold my soul for a cupcake. Oh, jeez. Sorry, okay, we're gonna try to go back. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. We're just here for a cupcake. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm just here for the cupcake. I glance around the room. Okay, girl one's looking pretty nice. Alright. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. See, it's funny because when these pop up, you know, this is a visual novel, and way back in the day, we were really into, like, visual novel dating sims, like, back when we were a teenager or whatever, and so we're all, like, when we think about this, we're like, oh, okay, yeah, theoretical love interest here, theoretical love interest there, okay, sure. But then we remember, no, wait, this is a visual novel, but it's a horror game, so this can't end well no matter who we like. Welcome to Literature Club, it's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy, asks angry-looking girl too. Way to kill the atmosphere. Well, geez, you know, admittedly, this is a video game, and, you know, we're on rails, especially because, like, a visual novel, but we'd like it to be known that we don't identify as male. Just, you know, just letting anybody watching there, that's... You know, don't apply us into that particular equation of, you know, that stuff. What a nice surprise! Oh, girl 3, she looks happy and cool. Alright, welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, these things are reasonable in a Japanese high school setting. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki? The girl with the sour attitude, almost said appetite, attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori, and hopefully she does not stab us with a large cupcake knife. Or a cake knife, or whatever. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and then turns back to the other girl. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, smartest girl in the club. Alright, okay, we like smart girls. Once again, this isn't a dating sim, so, you know, our Weebery is not going to help us here, but... Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Oh, we like the name Monica. That's a nice name. Especially when it's with a K. We don't know why we prefer it with a K over a C, but that's a thing. It's great to see you again, PhilosoShy. Monica smiles sweetly. Oh, okay, no, cool, she's being cute or whatever. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Nice, okay, cool, homeroom and stuff. Actually, in Japan, everybody stays in the same class and teachers move in and out, don't they? It's like the opposite of the American system where you go from class to class. We could totally be wrong about that for the record, but that's something that's hitting in our mind, like, that feels like it's a thing. Anyway, Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Oh, okay, sure. Basically completely out of my league. Well, we mean you're in the same class as her. You're now in the same club as her. That's a step forward, buddy, you know? So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit down. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. Whoa, we'll sit next to Monica, clearly. I'll get the cupcakes. I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Yes, of course, tea, because every Japanese scene needs a little bit of tea. That's a thing. Ocha. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Sayori mentioned it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Oh, okay, we don't even get a yeah, so we're super on rails in this one. Sure, fair enough. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray and reveals a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. We wish they had a picture, that would look awesome. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute. We wish we could see an actual picture of that. You know, like some visual novels put a picture up of these things. No idea you're so good at baking. Well, you know, just hurry and take one. And then I follow. It's delicious. Already managed to get icing on her face. Turn cupcake my around, looking for a best angle to take a bite. She's quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Well, why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere? Made them for you or anything. Not like I made them for you. I thought you technically did. Well, maybe, but not for you. You know, you specifically. Dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Well, clearly she's got, like, some generic anime crush on you or what have you. Yuri returns to the table carrying a set of tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? It's true. Nothing like a nice hot beverage to get you through, you know, chapter 2 of whatever book you've been picking up. It's the real. Especially if it's a bit of a tougher read at the beginning that you gotta work yourself into. You gotta push through those first couple chapters. Nothing like a good hot drink to get you through, you know? Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime, but at least I enjoy tea. Alright. Faintly smiles to herself in relief. Oh, geez, so is this whole class, like, just full of thirsty girls or something? This definitely lays it out like it's some kind of dating sim very early on. It's definitely pulling us into that you know, mindset where I'm like, okay, so when's the shoe gonna drop? Raise an eyebrow. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. So you read books. It's a book club. That's cool. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all of the effort into starting something brand new. especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Enthusiasm. That's what we're talking about. That's how you start a club. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, PhilosoShy, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, manga? Manga. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but keeps quiet. Oh, geez. Not much of a reader, I guess. Apparently Natsuki is into manga. I can change. What about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. We bet she likes Tale of Two Cities and stuff like that. Deep and complex fantasy worlds. Oh, okay, so like the stuff we write on, World Anvil. Like Tamando and Mutar and stuff. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. Oh, well, we know plenty of people like that, so that's reasonable. But you know, I like a lot of things, of course. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. It's amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, here we go, guys. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped at something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. Oh, it's always the quiet ones. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I can't really put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. Oh, the thirst is real with this girl. Man. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. And give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. She is kind of like a pint-sized adorable girl. Slides up and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Well, we especially think that's impressive because we don't personally write poems very well. Why don't you share them sometime? No. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. That's probably true. Must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. As a writer, that actually hits us right in the feels. No, that's super real. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. She's like, or maybe not. It's the same for her. I wanted to read everyone's poems. Hey everybody, go to World Anvil and read some of our work, or go to our Patreon and read some of our articles. Just, shameless plug. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. Oh boy, this is gonna get dark. That way everyone's even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now we have a new member. I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond. Isn't that right, PhilosoShy? Sure. Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh. Yeah. I never said I joined the club. may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, oh, gee, you know, no, it's cool. Defenseless. How are you supposed to make a clear head? Look at all those faces of girlish disappointment. Jeez, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right, okay, I've decided I'll join the literature club. Yeah, boom, done. One by one, eyes light up. Oh, jeez, the thirst. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Bet you would, girl. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. It only took like 5-10 minutes or whatever. Everyone remember tonight's assignment, write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. PhilosoShy, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. We're not doing a girlish laugh. Yeah, can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skill? Jeez, isn't that the question we ask ourselves every single day when we write anything? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, PhilosoShy, we're already here. Do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, girl next door, Natsuki, chibi cute baker girl, Yuri, the mature, quiet, righty, shy-ish type. And of course Monica, the forward president of the club, who is the overall Uber girl and does everything. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have to have a chance to grow closer to one of these girls. It is totally setting you up to be a freaking dating sim here. We're over here like, oh, dude, we have seen this choice before. This does not tell you that it's a horror game at all. This is excellent. This is fascinating. I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess it starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright. Oh, man. Truly fascinating. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Okay, what's up, her? Interesting. Okay. Oh, let's consider this. All right. Words that we want. Well, let's flying. Okay. We're gonna use the word flying, so we gotta pick 20 words that'll be in our thing. I love how they're like bouncing around. It's adorable. Flying. So we really like the band Tenacious D. She likes Tenacious. Alright. Alright. Okay, so when you click things, they bounce up and down if they're happy. So flying, Tenacious. Sunny. Sayori likes Sunny. Intellectual. Alright. Okay, we're wondering if their placement or faces or whatever, but we don't think it does. Vivid. Oh, well, we guess she's... Sure. We like bunnies. Alright. So we're gonna try to, like, space them out between all of them. Even though these things you generally can't. Passion. Journey. Anywhere that takes you in a new world, right? Okay. Spark. She likes sparkle. She likes cute stuff. We're trying to get her to like us a little bit more. The universe. Alright. She likes Kiss. We're still trying to get another one around her. She likes bed. So she's not gonna like it nearly as much, but it's whatever. Determination. We gotta stay determined, everybody. That's what we're gonna pick every time, actually. Anime. So she does like anime. Obviously, we're gonna write about anime if it's an option because we are a weeb. So, you know, that's how we do. She likes pout. All right, so we're in the home stretch here. We're gonna try to impress long-haired shy girl. She's pretty nice. We find it interesting that the president isn't here. We're clearly not jockeying for her. Like, oh, she likes fantasy. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna say, oh, it's the second to last word. Tragedy. And then we're gonna say landscape. Even it out. We hope that evened it out. Okay. Alright, let's check out how this goes. That was a cool little thing. Hi again, PhilosoShy. Glad to meet you. To see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. I wrote our own poem and everything. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. We try to. Back at the literature club. Last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, PhilosoShy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Oh, hey, Natsuki, we were taking serious means to, like, please you over here. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year, and last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, gotcha, girl! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, she plops back into her seat. It is literature, come on. It's just a slower format of storytelling with more visual aid. Don't worry, guys. PhilosoShy always gives it his best as long as they're having fun. They help me with busy work without even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. The thirst is so real. How come you and PhilosoShy can become good friends too? Sayori? Oh my. Awkward. Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, no, don't! Me? Not really. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Super red. Made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Sorry, Yuri wasn't thinking. Guess it's up to me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Ooh, noodly. Won't be a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, well, here. Pulls out a book. Didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is adorable. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yodi's face is already buried in a book. Can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down to the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? I guess you could always read some of the book Yori gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now, close my eyes, and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. Probably gonna seem lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual, but it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event, so it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? Interestingly enough, this has become a literature Let's Play, so... And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. Do the thing! What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think the food will do the trick? Ooh, what kind? Food usually does the trick. Cupcakes. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Just boom, just volunteer her. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That sounds right. Works out perfectly, and that wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is, then. Hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. The Sayori is still her usual self, but therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Bam! Open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Ooh, nice bounce. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, Art. Oh man, a napping club would be great. You're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that, it's so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. That's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Huh? Glances at herself. How's it written on me? You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over the place. Ah! I ran my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Goodness. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. You meanie. Okay, that is kind of what we would say. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. What do you think? Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? We wouldn't say that. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Button her blazer from the bottom up. You see that looks much better. You'll change your mind. Oh my goodness. Come on, bro. How is this not like a date sim? I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now. Why does it feel strange seeing Sayoti's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. Hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls them around. So, if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? Why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop, don't say the embarrassing things. The embarrassing feelsy things. I didn't say anything embarrassing, jeez. Well anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier, she says. Fine, well it's a deal. We'll go to bed a little earlier, you get up a little earlier. Better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. But I was joking that time. It's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! PhilosoShy, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. Pardon? I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Can't wait. Bam. Sayori writes on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. Who did say myself? Oh, who to show the thing to first? Let's show it to Yuri. Most experienced, we should start with her, obviously. She seems to be the literature gal. I trust her opinions to be fair. Oh dear. Oh, I don't like that face. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not, I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on, okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah, why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading it through. Oof! So it's that bad? No, did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Buries her face into her hands. Oof. Not an impressive first run. And we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Like the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Nice. The confidence curve. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem, which is why we've never gotten into it. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. I wonder if Yuri is apologizing to herself or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Nice, that was cute. Oh, that was wonderful handwriting. What are you talking about? It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is very pretty. It is. It's great. That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild, something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you in a ghost, Yuri? Oh, actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all. It's clearly about the progress of technology. Must have totally missed a point. You did only glance over. Poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, yeah, with the advance of time. Soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. We should. She's counting on us. Alright. So, before we go on, we think that's going to be good for today. This has been an adorable little dating sim seeming game. But we know the genre, we know the other shoe's gonna drop at some point. So we're gonna save now, and we're going to bid everybody adieu. Thank you so much for coming on over. We hope you enjoyed what you saw. If you did, remember to like, subscribe, do all of those lovely supportive things. Maybe check out our Patreon, link in the description. Pledge just $1 a month to support not only this channel, but our World Anvil, link also in the description, and many other places where we do work. Also consider checking out our Teespring, maybe get some merch, put like a space art or a world map on your like iPhone or something. That's a thing. Anyway, thanks a bunch, stay safe, stay inside, save lives, and remember, of course, that Black Lives Matter. Bye!